come along with Pastor Anthony, rolling down the road. Come ride with me, we're sharing Jesus alive, making new friends on the way.
Well, welcome back to On the Road with Pastor Anthony. And it's Sunday morning. We got a gorgeous sunrise coming up. But we just finished up the driver event and stuff yesterday, but now it's today, and we're here to finally snatch this thing up and get on up to Duluth, Minnesota area. I tell you what, feller's a little tired today. After walking and stuff, and I had my watch yesterday actually hit, and give me the alert like you hit so many steps and 500 and whatever calories burned, and I was walking with some people, and I went, oh well, look here, I hit a goal today. I said, the next message on my watch is gonna be, who's wearing your watch? I usually don't move that much, need to, and I'm definitely feeling the effects today. So hopefully today's just just nice and smooth and easy going and all that good stuff. So but yeah, I don't know if I videoed any of this or not the other day when we were here, but this one right here says it's only like 7,000 something ship weight, which I don't think that's wrong, because its gross weight's like 11, so it's probably more like 9. But these still, I like Cougars. They're probably my favorite fifth wheel, the pole. But make sure it's, nothing happened to it. Drinking here and there, and oh yeah, probably ought to get the keys. See, my brain box ain't working very well. It's not fired up yet. I haven't finished my energy drink. Can't do coffee for some reason. The body's just it's like, yep, no, I don't. It doesn't really care for it. I care for it. I love coffee, but just can't. It bugs me. There's Satan. I don't know who invented it, come up with that concept, but I'm like, help me understand. Then they want to pull them with trucks like Viper. Man, Moses, sandals. Look at that refrigerator. Things are getting fancy. Alright, so let's get this thing hooked up, and we'll check in with you later on today when we head on, when we get that way somewhere. Alright, see you soon. Hey, yeah, we're here at Duluth. I guess you might as well say Hammertown, Hammerton, something like that. But anyway, here at Bullion RV, he's checking us in. I've been just sitting here in the truck considering it's raining and 49. Slept a lot better last night, since it was cooler. But don't want to get wet right now. But he's just about to finish up the checking us in here, and then we'll be heading back south and see what else we can get into. I seen the Dover, Florida, but I wasn't quick enough, so which is probably not a good idea as hot as it is. So we'll figure out something and go somewhere, get maybe at least one more in, maybe 2 this week. Just depends on what we got. So we got to be home Friday for as usual doctor's appointment. So, but anyway, that's your update. And everything went really smooth with this one here. Ended up a little over 12 miles per gallon with it, and I always like pulling the Cougars. I think they're probably one of my favorite fifth wheels to pull. What's yours? Put it down there in the comments if you're doing the RV transport. Let me know what you're all dragging around, what you like best. So, do you like travel trailers? You like fifth wheels? I mean, I don't think anybody likes park models, but it could be. I don't know. Let us know. Put it down there in the comments on that. So I guess we're going to wait for him to go ahead and finish this up so we can unplug and get our battery out of there and get ready to head her out and get rolling back the other direction. So anyway, we will check in with you all and let you know what we're going to do next and see what we can get into. So I'll check back in with y'all in a little bit. Hey, good morning, y'all. Well, we're still sitting here at the lounge. I do have a question though. Put it down in the comments. Does the company you drive for, do they require you to do a maintenance report? Horizon has us to do one the first of every month. And I noticed last night I got shut off for low board. It said a maintenance report. And I was like, oh, maybe I forgot to do it. So I sent it in, and then I started thinking, I was like, I did submit that on June 1st when I was supposed to. And so I still can't see the low board. So I'm just sitting here waiting. But I was just kind of wondering how other companies did it, if they had you all do the same thing or keep track of what you do to the truck and all that. So, but right now we're just, just hanging out doing the thing, waiting on Horizon, get back to me. So, lovely. Can't make no money sitting. All right, we'll see y'all in a bit. All right, well, finally got everything released, and now we're off to General RV. We're going to pick it up over here in Bristol, and then going to Winter Garden, Florida. Never been there, but it looks like it's down there close to Orlando. It's actually not terrible. I mean, 35-foot fifth wheel. It says it is 11.4 on ship weight, so about like we pulled yesterday, and it's paying $1.70 a mile. So like I said, it's not, the perfect. It's not the 204 we got going up here, but it'll work. And then hopefully that'll get me where I can do a reset at the house instead of out here in the Viper with no air conditioning. So just have to suffer for a couple days there while we go down there and get that, or go down there and deliver that. And so waiting on our clock now. If we go ahead and get the tonneau cover open and get all that stuff, paperwork, everything, just get everything ready. And so when we get there, we can just snatch it and do our pictures and hurry up and vamoose out the door and get started south. So it's already getting late. I think it's about 10 o'clock, and so should have been gone hours ago. But that's the name of the game. Sometimes you have to wait and do some paperwork and get stuff fixed, and just, it's the joys of RV transport. It's always changing, always learning, always moving forward. So that's pretty good. All right, let's get this thing done, get this thing hooked up, and let's roll to the Sunshine State. All right, let's go. Hey, good evening. Well, wanted to jump in here and check in. Yep, that's pretty close to being empty. Yeah, I stopped here in Walton, Kentucky. Fuel with our discount was like $4.06, $4.08, something. I don't know, $4 or something. But so I thought, well, I'll stop here, give me a 30-minute break, and then see how far we can make it. And then it took me 17 hours to get through Cincinnati. So the next time I come down this way, we want to figure out, or definitely not coming through Cincinnati. I don't know which is worse, it or Nashville, Moses, Sandals. People cutting you off, and there's people that like to fly around everybody, wait till the last second, and then just jump in and cut somebody off. Who cares if it causes an accident? Yeah, there was a bunch of those people. But you clean up somebody else's junk so you don't bust somebody's tire driving over it. But so far, Viper's been doing pretty good. Fuel mileage is going down. Just driving a little stop and go up and down hills, and in and out traffic, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I think we're just gonna go ahead and shut her down tonight. That's gonna end up being Thursday, getting that delivered. But no AC, and then sitting in traffic and feller's headache. I think it's time to shut it down. We're going to just go ahead and stay here tonight. We'll get up in the morning and then get fuel and buggy on. We'll just ease down to Florida and get it delivered Thursday, and then go home for the weekend. So might even stay with a friend of mine down there in Florida. Been dying to see for a while. Might as well just make the most of it. Just take it easy. Fella's tired. Alright, well, we're gonna go in here. Probably get some dinner. The stuff I had in my cooler where it keeps shutting off end up going bad. So gotta definitely get that fixed. I think we have enough money to go ahead and order the parts for the AC. So we'll do that here shortly as well. But anyway, I'll let y'all know, keep y'all updated on that. And, see how that goes. But I think we can do it. And that means next weekend, Father's Day weekend, Father's Day gift to my son. Yep, help your dad fix his air conditioning. Sounds like a great idea. All right, let's go in here and relax a minute. I'll see y'all here in a little bit and check back in. Check that sky out. Is that not wild? Hey, we're down here in Valdosta, Georgia. About 2 hours and 40 minutes from delivery. We only had like about 30 minutes, 28, something like that when we got here. Left on a drive clock today, and it is humid. It rained a while ago, and I was like, you know, maybe it'll cool it down. Nope. I think it got hotter. But went in there and took a shower for about an hour. I love those ones where it's like the handicap and it's got the bench in there and the two shower heads, and you just like put them with each other, and then you just sit there on the bench and relax. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So I feel better anyways for now, and so we're going to get in here and try to work on the podcast a little bit. I got one more coming out, and then I need to have the other one done, which I was already hoping to have a couple done, but you know, fella just got busy and riding around this heat and stuff all day. I usually don't have much energy left by the time I get here up to this point. But I will tell you that Georgia needs to do something with the gnats, because they're horrible. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to roll the window down tonight. Good night. Put you right there. I'll get the key out. Still ain't fixed the key fob. Alright, how much fuel do we use coming down here? Oh yeah, we gotta get fuel in the morning. I don't know how many miles we went today. I know Viper's not done very well on fuel. We'll see y'all tomorrow delivering, and we're hightailing it out of this heat back north so we can get out of the truck and going to order the parts tomorrow. Now I have the money, it shows in my maintenance fund, but a lot of it, but it's from this run here, so I don't want to take any of it until I know for sure that I'm going to get it delivered. So, but I should be close enough now that it should be good. But I'll have to pull that off maintenance fund and order my parts and get them in, and then we're going to take a few days to get this thing AC blowing again. Good night, Nats. Go away. Get out of here. All right, see y'all later. Hey, good morning. From Columbia, South Carolina. I didn't video anything at the delivery. It was like so fast. They were, almost like they were waiting on me or something. So, and we tried to just get out of Florida and get back up this way. Where I thought it was cooler, but it was still like 94. I was like, Moses, sandals. So we got over here to Columbia, South Carolina yesterday evening, and ended up staying here at Love's, and I ordered the compressor, dryer, seals, and evaporator, expansion valve. I got all that stuff ordered. I hope y'all can hear me because I don't have a mic on me, but I think I'm going to get the heater core and the evaporator from AutoZone, simply because, you know, when you tear this thing apart, if the parts you ordered isn't the right parts, and then you gotta ship the other ones back, reorder the other ones, wait for them to get there, and then you're down for, you know, even longer. So the other parts, I think the expansion valve will be there today, but the other ones should be here tomorrow. And it's Friday, so game plan is stopping at the house, or stopping at AutoZone on the way to the house. See if I can get those other two pieces picked up, and then we'll probably wrap this video up. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, because it's probably going to be a two-part, because I definitely want a video changing the evaporator and the heater core, because, you know, all this is has got to be removed. So I don't know how I want to do that yet. A lot of times we just wing it, so that's what we're going to be doing again. But I definitely want to do that, so try to learn, because we're going to be definitely going to be learning together on this one. Now, I've changed air conditioning compressors before, but I haven't done it on a Ram. But I watched High Mileage Helpers video, and it looks pretty cut and dry. It looks fairly easy. So, but anyway, we've already got our clock started. It's been a long night because of the heat, and so be glad when this sleeping in the Sahara Desert is over, which hopefully will be this weekend. That's the game plan. All right, so let's get this thing fired up and headed north. We're going to stop for fuel on up. A little bit cheaper. Definitely not buying it at Lowe's. It's too expensive. We don't get a very good discount here. And then get home. So it is 4:30 a.m. in the morning. So hopefully it should be pretty cool. We're going up the road. So all right. We will see you all probably when we get at the house, and we'll see about how we're going to do this. We may end up doing the compressor in this video, and then wrapping it up. So, and then this is a separate video. Good morning. Oh, thought there was something. Got some tea. I'm out of my Celsius, so I'll try this black tea with thiolene and caffeine and maybe iodine. I don't know. There's stuff in it. Australian's having trouble getting down the steps. I've been trying to work with her out here off leash, and she does pretty good as long as I keep my eye on it. But she quickly likes to go explore and investigate, and we don't need her exploring and investigating up there. But here's in the way. I don't know. I know I was updated y'all down there in Columbia, South Carolina, but it was a super long night, and you can go. Daddy stepped on your cable, but the feller woke up about 3:30 in the morning, and I mean, you thought I'd been sitting in a sauna, and I ain't kidding you. And so I hit the tablet so I could look at and see how much time I had left, and we had like 35 minutes before we could start our clock, and I'm like, yep, we're getting up. So we got up around, I think it was between 3:30 and 20 minutes till 4. So yesterday morning I got home, I don't know, it was around 10:30 or so, and yesterday, and a box arrived. Yes, we have the compressor, and well, as a matter of fact, let me get it. All right, we're up there and grab this box. Now I think it was like $280. It's not the most expensive stuff, but will it work? On a cheap budget. Because RV transport. We're not making much right now. But anyhow, let me show y'all. We have, turn you around there so you're not looking at my ugly mug. There's a remanufactured compressor. I'm sure this stuff is, probably all chicken chow mein. Here's the filter dryer. Have no idea where that goes yet, but I'm sure we'll learn. But then we have all the O-rings and gaskets and some kind of little measuring cup. And I'm assuming that's to tell you, how much oil put in. We got the expansion valve, and which I ordered another expansion valve because I didn't see this one in the kit. But and this I didn't really need, but it's got the oil. And so we're going to go ahead and wrap this here week's video up with this, and then so you might cut out some of the other RV. I don't know. When we get the edit, and we'll figure it out. But figure go ahead and wrap it up doing that, and then the other stuff will be here tomorrow sometime. So I'm hoping that I can get started tomorrow tearing out the inside of Viper and get all that stuff done, or get it out, and maybe get the, and then put everything back in, because yeah, that's got to be removed, and then hopefully Monday get put back together, and then head back up Tuesday with air conditioning. That's the game plan. But we're going to do the inside part completely separate from this video, and but we are going to go through, putting that in. I've not done it, but I did, like I said, I think I mentioned it earlier. I did watch Daniel Stanton, the high mileage helper. He did it on his truck, and it looks fairly easy. It's just like right there, and so I think probably just tire, inner fender, and that should be all I need to do as far as getting to it. So, but anyway, we're going to get everything out and get tripod set up, and I'm gonna go down there. I need to get my sawhorses and stuff, and build my little table, like I do, and put everything out on tools and all that kind of stuff, and get after it. And so once I get everything set back up, I'll bring y'all back in and we'll get going. All right, see you in a second. All right, we're back. We got Viper set up, and I got distracted here a while ago.
Squirrel.
Let's get back to the item in hand here. So, I still need to get some lights out. Not really sure what all tools we need, so I got all of them. But I jacked it up. I don't think I need that side. I think I just need this side. When we get this wheel off, get that inner fender out, and because I know I can get in there a little bit better there. And I also need to look at that boost tube down there. I'm not sure if I'm got you in the right spot or not, but it's like touching that bolt or the head of that nut, or head of that bolt. So I need to make sure it's not rubbing a hole in it, and try to address that as well. So, all right, let me get this set up and get this wheel and stuff off, and because y'all seen me do that 6,000 times, we'll get in there and get this compressor off. All right, see you here in just a second. All right, here we go. Miss Raylene's going to drag stuff around everywhere. But anyway, we got that nut right there. We got one right there, and then you can see one of the bolts holds the compressor on, and then the other two are like down here. But first thing we need to do is go ahead and let's get the belt off, and then we'll come back and go ahead and get those lines loose, that bolt, and then there's a plug in. See if we can get you in there. You can kind of see it right there. You got a plug in right there, and then like I said, when we get the other two bolts out, it should come right out. Should be in the optimal work. So, but anyway, let's see if we can get that belt out of there, and then do that. And so let me get y'all back out here. I think I've showed you all before, but this tool right here, and then this piece here is the ideal tool to take that belt right off. Yep, sorry, hope it didn't make y'all dizzy right there, but the best way to do it is from underneath. I don't know if I can get y'all over there or not. Let me hop up here. See if we can see it. Yeah, right there. That's the belt tensioner. It's got the section on the front of it there for the 1/2-inch drive, and you just put that tool in there and and the belt comes right on off of there. And if y'all are really careful, sorry, I thought I turned it off. But anyway, if you're really careful, you can just kind of out of the way, and then when you go put it back on, you just pump and back, it's on. But having that big time saver. So, but anyway, let me see if I can set y'all here so y'all can watch. I'm gonna take it off of there. Probably not. All right, let's see here. I got it off. I had to move the fan a little bit so foam wouldn't sit there. But you see how I got the tool in there? You just push out, like that, and then you can just slide her off. Took two hands to hold that and reach up in there and just kind of off. But it's still on everywhere else. In fact, we'll probably just we'll just leave the bar there, because we can just put it right back on. But right here's one of the bottom bolts, and then I think there's one more back in here. And so not sure exactly yet how we're going to get to that. Probably once we get the lines and stuff off, I can reach down in there and get it. But anyway, let's go ahead and see if we can get this compressor out of here. See if we can set you up on a time lapse here and get in here and get this going. All right, I'm looking in here. You got this bolt right here left, right here, but then you got ones back in there, and I really can't see it. And I've tried to get in there where I can get y'all in there, and you really can't see it either. But so I'm gonna go ahead and get those two knocked out, and probably and then hopefully it'll sit there before I bring the compressor out, so I can show y'all how to out the best way to get it out of there. We may end up having to do something with that. I'm not sure yet. Hopefully it'll just slide forward and come out this hole right here. But we need to address that right there anyway, so we might end up taking it loose. I'll figure out what we need to do, and I'll bring you back in just as soon as I get these last two out, because I think I'm going to have to do the other one from up top where we took the hoses off with a raster in. So all right, let's try that anyway, and I'll be right back. All right, yeah, I got that out there, or got the bolts loose. I wanted to show you this. As soon as I find my light in here. Oh, you can see it. All right. Oh, there's that other one. It wasn't too bad. It was right there. But that one right there, they will not come out of the holes, so you just gotta leave them in there. But I haven't pulled it out yet. We're getting ready to drop it out of here, but I wanted to bring y'all back in here for that, or at least show you what I can show you. But I did want to show you the bolts, for the bottom one's pretty easy. It's just sitting there right now. It's loose. I'm not sure exactly what all is going to take place, but I will tell you that those two bolts right there need to stay in the compressor. And so remember when we put them back, I have to put them in first, and then we'll probably get the upper one started and then work on those two right there. So anyway, let me grab this, and I'll see about getting this compressor out of here, and then I'll show you about how it come out. Did I have to fight with it? Did I have to pray over it? What happened, or did it just come out and knock me in the teeth or something? So all right, let's do that, and I'll bring you back in. There it is. Now, it's got to come out that way, butt down. You got to turn the body around so you can get it through the opening here. Help, let's get you back down here. But it's got to come out here. Come back up some more. All right, here we go. It's a little better. But yeah, it's got to come out this opening right here. And it's got to, the clutch has got to go up. Just kind of spin it around so you miss that stuff there. And then it'll come right down out of there. It wasn't terrible at all. But I'm going to get in here now and I'll try to clean some of this stuff up in here because it's, you know, all the years of grease, dirt, and oil, and all that. Try to get all that stuff cleaned up, and then once we get it ready to go back in, you know, just a reverse process. So, but I'm gonna tell you, it really hasn't been terrible. I might, I don't know. We're gonna do some inspection here. Let's get out of here real quick. Oh, what in the devil? Here it is. That still spins fine. I think clutch is what's went out, because it's not grabbing at all. Which you can change those, but I mean, 500,000 miles on this thing. I don't think, yes, you know, it's not really worth it. Let's get the other one up here and make sure they're the same. You know, we would hate to put them back in, put that back in there, and yeah, and it not be the right one. No, man, can't even believe it. But I guess the guy that I'm looking right at it there, this one's way cleaner than the other one. Go figure. All right, we're working on putting this back in, and it was not hitting right, or something wasn't. It was like it was hit bottoming out, and sure enough, if you see that lip or this thing here sticking out, well, look on this one, the factory one. It's shaved off. So in order to do get this back in here, I'm gonna have to do that. So if you ever do this and check it out, you know, check on that and make sure that you don't need to do the same thing. So we're just going to get a flat disc and just kind of, you know, wear that down just a little bit, and just so it'll sit down in there. Because I mean, we were yeah, holding there, but I mean, we were just minimal away, but I couldn't get it to pry forward enough to be able to get it to start right. So I'm going to grind that down just a smidge it like the other side here, and then we'll come back in there and try that again. And I did take, like an idiot, took this one plug out while I was setting up in there because it was getting in the way. And then when I brought it back out, you know, try to take a bath in oil. So we got to dump that back out and remeasure the oil. Compressor, this one, I looked it up online, it's 2 ounces. And the kit that I had, you know, come with the measuring cup and the oil and all that stuff. So, but now I got to do it again. So,
I'm wearing most of the oil on my hand.
yeah, we both took a bath in it. So, but anyway, that's update. I had it back up in there. It was almost there. And I did have to change this bracket right here. It was different than the one that was, you know, this factory one was a little bit different. This one here, as y'all seen a while ago, kind of stood up there out of the way, and it would have been right into the radiator hose. So I had to change that. So just look for little changes like that when you're doing these types of things. But yeah, no biggie. We'll go in here. I'll change that or grind that down just a little bit, and be good to go. So I'll bring y'all back in here just a little bit. All right, guys, checking back in. I just switched it over on there on the other one. When I got it out of the box, this stud was here, and that's not the right one. It goes here, so I had to move it. But luckily it wasn't tight in there, but I did have the right socket. It was 7/32. You really need a 12 point, but I had a 6, and it worked. So thankful for that. But yeah, there, moved it from there to there. So got the new O-ring on, so we can put that down in there. Like a thusly. And as soon as I remember where, there it is. Anyway, you just tighten it up, but everything's back in there. You know, then making sure you grind that down, and or maybe even heat that plastic up somehow or another and push it down. But get that back in there. But we got it in, and then now the expansion valve is right there. I've already got the lines off of it, but I'm not going to take it out of there yet until I take the box out. But I think I know this one does, and I think this one right here has got to come out for that. And I don't know if there's any more over there, but I think those two right there for sure. And then the heater lines, got to get those out. And so, but not sure how much more I'm gonna do on it today. Getting kind of wore us out after, you know, the week of having no AC and stuff. So we might get ready to wrap this one up and go sit down and chill out for a little while. And then tomorrow after church we'll get started back on it. And then that'll be the next video. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up so I can go ahead and get it edited and done. So, but that's how you change the AC compressor on a 2014 Ram 2500 with the 6.7 Cummins diesel. And you know, and it can go, I think, from like 2010 all the way up to 18, I think is all the same, and probably beyond on something like this. But hopefully that helps somebody. So it's been a pretty good week. Definitely been hot. But we had a good week overall. Viper did, great. And just up and down the highway we went. So hopefully we get this done by Monday. And then we can head back out on Tuesday morning and be back home. So we got Father's Day coming up just around the bend. And we'll definitely do something for that. So, all right. As you all, let's go ahead and pray and wrap this here video up, and then like I said, I'll get it edited and uploaded this evening or maybe tomorrow, and then we'll go from there on tomorrow with the next one, because I wanted to do that separate because there's a lot, and we're definitely going to be learning through that whole process there. But it seems like everything that I've read and some people I've talked to doesn't seem like it seems more overwhelming than it really is, and so we're just going to take our time and get everything out of there and get the box all cleaned out and get everything put back in. And then hopefully by tomorrow, late afternoon, maybe, it might end up being Monday, I don't know, before we finally wrap this one up and get, AC charged. And so, all right, let's pray. Father, we thank you again for just a safe week, safe travels, and Lord, again, the ability to change this AC compressor. And Lord, hopefully this helps someone along the way that's maybe having some issues with their air, and this is definitely the time of season for it. And so Lord, thank you for teaching us and giving us the abilities. Keep us safe, and Lord, keep us moving forward. Lord, we love you and thank you for all that you do. In Jesus' name, amen. So as always, continue to share Jesus in life 1 mile at a time, and we'll see you tomorrow. Actually, well, it won't be tomorrow for you, but it'll be tomorrow for me. So we'll see y'all soon.